Y'all, this Black Business Expo with Marsau and Tisha, this is pretty much their relationship in a vacuum, okay? So we got Marsau doing some old creepy, sneaky, under the table foolishness, right? We got Tisha not saying anything, acting like she don't see nothing, okay? Then we got the viewers and the rest of the cast looking at these people like, what is really going on? I got questions because the math not mathing, okay? And then the Scots turning around telling us that it's none of our business, but they're the ones that invited these people to the Black Business Expo, and they're the ones that put their raggedy relationship on TV. Baby, this is it. This is it. And quiet as it's kept, I'm not tired of talking about the expo. I'm not tired of talking about it. Reason being is because this expo about to get some people exposed. And I'm here for it. I'm here for it, y'all. I am here for it. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Belle, and this is the Belle Perspective. And today I am coming at you with another review for Love and Marriage Huntsville. This is season 7, episode 4, or season 6, episode 14. I'm confusion. I don't know. Okay. But we are here. This is my favorite show, y'all. So I have got things to discuss. Okay. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're coming back, welcome back. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're new. Don't forget to like and get down in the comments and let me know what you think about all of the things that I have to say. I will tell you that I am a biased reviewer. I don't even know how that's even possible to sit here and watch a television show that's emotionally charged, emotionally charging, and not be able to have any type of bias formulated. I don't know. Shout out to those who are able to do it unbiased, but baby, no, I'm biased all up and through. Now I'll tell you exactly who I'm biased against in that moment, because if flip flops. But don't come here for unbiased opinion. That's not what. No, I'm sorry. So click off if that's what you're looking for. Okay, let's get into this review, y'all. Oh, I gotta love the show. It's a mess. It's such a mess. All right, so we pick up back from where we left off, and the way that Mel left no crumbs, baby. She licking her fingers, baby. Finger licking good. She ate Marsau up, and I loved it. See, the thing about Marsau is that he thinks that his misogyny and all of his chauvinism, it worked with Tisha, right? But then he take that out into the real world with real women, baby. It does not work. Shuts it down every time because it's a false sense of importance. It's a false sense of intelligence. Sweetheart Marshall, sit down. Have several seats, okay? Mel is asking about how they got paid for the expo. So they actually did get sponsors, and they did not. Child, y'all got sponsors. Took Melody's recommendation, took Melody's recommendation, got sponsorships. Now you're charging people, saying that you're not making money because you're coming completely out of pocket. They refuse to tell everybody how much they made from the sponsorships. Baby, it's some foolery and fuckery going on. It's some foolery and fuckery going on, y'all. It is, as they are going back and forth. Mel slips and says, you're telling me, you're talking about bankruptcy. Now, Marsau, the one that brought up bankruptcy, he said, well, you don't want to file for bankruptcy. She said, yes, I filed for bankruptcy because I'm going through a divorce, and I did not want my ex-husband, to drag me through this. He said, y'all filed for bankruptcy as well, and I'm going through a divorce. Y'all just couldn't get y'all finances together. I said, whoosh, ate and left no crumbs. Left no crumbs. She said, as you're sitting here taking jabs at my t-shirt business and my e-commerce business, good and well, I was in property restoration for over 10 years. I've had other businesses for over 10 years. You knew me. That's the reason why you partnered with me, because you knew I had business acumen. Marsau is still trying to take jabs and still trying to minimize her business and her business sense. She said, you know what I could have said about that expo? I could have said, I don't want to sit and listen to somebody talking to me about business when you're being sued for $5 million for fraud. Baby, when I tell you Marsau said nothing, Marsau said not one nary a word. That's how I know it's the truth. He is being sued for $5 million for fraud. I think they're great TV. I think that Marsau is attracted to Mel. I think Marsau likes Mel. I think he thinks she's beautiful and smart. She is a woman that he would never get with because she would run circles around him. But I think that he admires her as a woman. And I think that Tisha is very intimidated by that. And I will talk about that when we get to the town hall. But I don't think that Mel should keep meeting up with Marsau because, don't give him the time of day. He is not. I mean, I appreciate her gagging him, but she don't need to meet up with him no more. No more, no more, no more. We get to Tiffany and Lou. The way that I just was like, I don't care. Tiffany is so passive aggressive with her communication. I just wish that she would just be straightforward and say how she feels. She took going all around being passive aggressive. Oh my God, it's nice to have you here. Girl, just communicate exactly how you feel, okay? And if I'm not mistaken, last season, Lou was complaining about not getting quality time with Tiffany. And now Tiffany is complaining about not getting quality time with Lou. Y'all, please get these people off my TV screen. I do not care. I do not care. Let's get to this town hall. Two things. It's very hard for me to not come for Tisha. It's very hard for me to not come for Tisha when Marsau is showing his ass, okay? It's very hard for me because Tisha knows the mess that Marsau does. She sees it. Like the way that Marsau was coming at these women at this town hall, I was looking at Tisha like, Tisha, you need to get him together. And there is a way to do it without embarrassing your man, but correction needed to have happened. I don't like that. It's hard for me to not come for Tisha because she sit there and she looked dumb and not saying anything. But sweetheart, you're tied to him. So every dumb thing that comes out of his mouth is a reflection of you. So in order for you to not look stupid, you need to correct him because sitting there in silence means you agree with the foolishness that he says. And I'm so sick of Tisha. I'm trying not to come for her right in every review, but it's so very hard. The other thing, I got two fingers up. First thing, that's Tisha. It's hard for me to come for her, not come for her, but her silence is agreement. Okay. Two, I don't know why these people sat up here with these. I don't know why y'all sat up here. Y'all should have just said, send me a comment card. Send me a comment card and I'll leave my comments. The reason why Marsau and Tisha were okay with hosting another town hall to get feedback is because they wanted to siphon some more good ideas from the rest of y'all. Said, don't give them nothing. I was like, don't give them no ideas. Here's what I said, if they're asking for feedback, just be like, it went well. It went well. Because these Negroes, I see exactly what they doing. See exactly what y'all trying to do. Marsau, Tisha, Kimmi, and Maurice are all in on it. I'm not. Y'all are all in on it. They're all in on it. Marsau, as people are coming in, I think Maurice is the first one to get there, and then I think Tisha and Marsau get there or something like that. They're all sitting down. The majority of them are there, except for Kimmi and Melody. Marsau tells the group that he met up with Mel to talk about what the Fletchers had said about her in the whole situation, minimizing her teacher business. The way Tisha looked at him like, nigga, I know you did not. I don't know if y'all saw that. Go back and watch that part. Watch it in slow motion, baby. Tisha was looking at him like, She didn't say anything, and she tried to like control her face, but baby, we saw it all. She did not like that. I said, ooh, Tisha did not know Marsau was going up to meet with Mel. She did not like that. Marsau is saying that, Mel sells t-shirts Mel is selling t-shirts very well because of a platform, obviously Love and Marriage Huntsville, and they did the whole, the Love and Marriage Huntsville logo. Mel is being able to sell t-shirts successfully because of a platform. There are other businesses. He was like, I'm looking for businesses that don't necessarily have that platform that helped them propel their business. And I understood what he was saying, but also, if that was the case, then why the hell did you ask her to come speak at the expo if that was the case? If that's how you felt. And on top of that, Marsau, how the hell were you able to open up Black, sell chocolate in a bottle? How are you able to do any of the things that you're saying that you're doing now had you not had Love and Marriage Huntsville. If that was the case, all of y'all need to go sit down. And all of y'all would not be considered legitimate business people, right? So I was with Martell when he was saying that. Like, that means you as well. And I hate, and when I tell you hate that I have to agree with Martell. See, Marsau, you ain't. I hope they expose all your shit. I really do. Oh, I hope they do. So Mel gets there and Tisha is feeling, you see her body doing just, she is not here. She is not here for Mel. But the problem is, dear, Marsau is the one that didn't tell you that he went to go meet with Mel. Mel is not your problem. Marsau is. Marsau been your worst enemy from the beginning. But I don't know, whatever chokehold he got on you or whatever image you trying to maintain, dear love, sweetheart. Okay, so they're trying to listen to the feedback. Tisha is giving, not Tisha, Mel is giving her ideas about breakout sessions, and Tisha's got the rebuttal. Oh, we had breakout sessions, but we weren't getting a whole lot of feedback from the group. And it's like, well, you have these ideas, but you want these people to execute your ideas for you, but then you're not gonna pay them. Girl, if you don't get that alone, girl, no. Then Stormy brings up, I think, motivation. She said, the part of that, there was part of not having, motivational talk. And Marsau disagreed with her. And I understood what Marsau was saying. I understood what Marsau was saying in terms of, we want to give them resources in hand. We don't want to just motivate them or give them some motivational speech because they done spent all this money and they left with nothing. So I get that. I get that. However, I understood where Stormy was coming, and I did not appreciate the way that Marsau handled it because Stormy turns over to Courtney and was like, "Why is he being so weird about that? Like, he being real rude. He being real rude." So then Marsau, I guess, hears them up under their breath or whatever in the corner chatting, and he goes, "Well, let's hear what Courtney's wife has to say." Courtney's wife, her name is Stormy. You know exactly who she is. Don't try her like that. And I saw some people on Twitter saying, Stormy was edging him on. She didn't have to say all that. I'm like, kidding? The way he disrespected her, that was disrespect. It was disrespect. She was like, I wasn't saying motivational speaking. I'm saying that there was elements of motivation that we could have incorporated, because part of the reason why I was able to be as successful as I am is because I believed I could do it, right? And there is an element of motivation that you do need to be able to incorporate in those types of platforms, in those types of venues. And so I really didn't appreciate the way Marsau came at her, didn't address her by her name, said, "Child, if you," anyway. So then so they have a back and forth, and baby, they was going back and forth and back. And Courtney says, you need to let Tisha run this because Tisha the one that's organized. When you doing it, you unorganized. And Marsau, we don't have gender roles. Marsau, if you don't shut, I'm so sick of him. I'm so sick of. Cannot wait until he gets exposed. I cannot wait. Just even if it's not fully exposed, I just hand Marsau his ass because I'm so tired of him. I'm so tired of him. Mel then brings up, that she felt like the event was disorganized as well. There was a lot going on. And this is when Tisha been quiet this whole time. She hasn't said not one word. Mel starts speaking up and says she felt like it was disorganized as well. Now you can see Tisha on her phone acting like she don't see nothing. She trying to pretend like she taking notes, but she wasn't. She was not paying attention. You could see it in her face. You could see her rocking back and forth. Her body language is saying something totally different. Mel says, I didn't think that it was organized. And, Tisha says, well, we don't want to talk about what happened on the back end. She's like, you don't think our event was organized? She said, I think the back end wasn't organized. She said, well, we're not here to talk about what happened on the back end. We're not opening up the floor to have feedback on the back end. Well, sweetheart, first of all, why did you ask them for feedback at all? Why would you ask somebody for any type of feedback if you're not willing to receive what they have to say? That's silly. If you feel like you have it on lock, then you don't need them at all, right? But that's not the truth. You do need them, okay? Because you're not able to pull this off on your own, right? Because you're not as bad as you think that you are, okay? One. Two, in the hell, if the back end ain't working, the front end ain't gonna work either. It don't make sense because the back end is where it starts. All right. And I was with Mel in that moment. She said, don't minimize what I have to say. Don't minimize my thoughts. In the confessional, Mel says, I don't know what I did with Tisha. I don't know what Tisha's problem is. I haven't said anything to her. She's been pretty much receptive and open to pretty much everybody else's feedback and commentary. But as soon as I say something and she shut me down, I don't know what the hell her problem is. I'm gonna get on this plane. I'm gonna get the hell on. I said, I know that's right. I said, girl, do not give these people your ideas. Get your stuff and go on. The reason why Tisha was giving Mel the blues and carrying on in the way that she did is because she found out her husband met up with you and didn't tell her, and she don't like that. She's feeling intimidated. She knows that Marsau got a crush on Mel, and she don't like that. She don't like that. Okay. Stormy says, so you're taking our feedback and our ideas, but we're not going to be a part of the expo for next time. It was like, oh no, the Scots are going to be doing the Black Business Expo. The only reason why they invited you out is so they can siphon more ideas from you all. Period. That's it. So Stormy gets up. They're deciding to leave because why the hell are we here if we're not going to be a part of the Business Expo? Stormy says under her breath she calls Marsau a B. Marsau says, "Oh, I'm the biggest B." You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. You are the biggest B ever. Courtney and Stormy, they get up. They're like, "Nah, we're not playing with them." Marsau takes another dig and says, "Oh, take care, Steels." Courtney says, "You know her. She's Steele. I'm Beasley. You know that. You know that." He was like, "Well, I didn't." Okay, Marsau, you get the. Oh, get the. I cannot wait, baby. Even if nothing is exposed, just the fact that they name is getting dragged through the mud brings me so much joy. And I know that's petty as hell, but I'm so sick of Marsau. I'm so sick of Marsau. And Tisha is just sitting there in quiet agreements, in silent agreements. And I can't. So commence the dragging, okay? Commence to dragging, all right? All right? We get to Kimmi and Nell. This really could have been a phone call. Kimmi didn't invite Nell to the Townhall feedback session, even though she said she was going to. They kind of went back and forth. Kimmy's explanation was, I didn't want to invite anybody who I thought was going to complain about the event. We wanted to only bring people who were participating in the event and could actually provide, constructive criticism about what went wrong, what could have done better, what they want to see next time. So again, your idea was to let's ask the smart people in the room what they could have done next time for free, leave them out of the idea altogether. Don't include them in any of the sponsorships. Don't tell them how much money you made. Charge them for it, and then call it a Scott production and say that y'all are Black excellence. I cannot stand y'all. I cannot stand y'all. All right, last scene, we get to Fred, Martell, and Chris. Fred is the man that signed up to be the next dummy to support Martell in his lifestyle. I said, "Oh Lord, Fred, you didn't got recruited. He didn't got recruited." I don't know if y'all saw it, but Fred was like, "All right, Chris, I like you and everything," but I said, "Oh Lord, Martell done told Fred a sad sob story," and so Fred defended him. Child, Martell think everybody else responsible for his life but him. Okay. Um, all right, so we get to they're breaking ground at a house. This is Martell's first house, being built again since his divorce. He and Fred have gone into business together. I said, Fred, you're not asking him about this builder's license. Okay. Martell or Chris Fletcher pulls up. Martell says, "Oh, you got these tight pants on." Martell, I know. Martell, no. Martell, I know you not talking about somebody got tight pants on. Sorry, sir. Mm-mm. I'm not about to play with you, sir. No, sir. No, sir. They start talking about something about keeping. I didn't catch it. He's gonna rent it and keep something for himself. I didn't catch that part. But Chris says, "Well, speaking of that, when are you going to move out?" Right? The owner of the house is ready to sell. You said that you needed 2 weeks. 2 weeks is coming up in the next 2-3 days, sir. You need to be out by the first. He said, "Oh, I'll be out by next week." No, that's past the 1st. You need to be out. He said, "Well, I just need to, I'll do it in a week." And Fred piping up trying to defend Martell. I said, Fred, you gonna be on Chris's. You gonna be looking like Chris in another year. I promise you. He gonna F you over as well. All right. Please, Fred, just listen. You don't know what's going on. All right. Kristen told this man months ago that he needed to move out. So Martell is still squatting in these people's house. Key video footage of him getting kicked out. That's what I want to see. Martell mentions that the Scots, they switched the subject because it was getting like real thick. The tension was getting thick. Martell brings up Marsau. Chris says, that man got a mouthpiece. Chris says that Marsau was able to get sponsorship, but they won't tell us how much money they made. Martell said sponsorship, the idea of sponsorship came from Mel, right? And they would have never thought about that unless Mel had told them that. Chris then shares with Martell that, the whole situation with the t-shirt business and how, he was taking jabs at the t-shirts and Melody's t-shirt business. Martell was like, now how the hell anything and everything that Marsau has done, the Holts have helped him do it. Now that's why I was kind of looking at Martell like, first of all, Melody is not a Holt. You need to, y'all are not together. Okay? Melody is not a Holt. He said Melody is a great speaker and probably one of the best speakers that Marsau would ever had access to. I don't know why he's trying to play her like that. Now, I appreciate the fact that Martell was saying these positive things about Mel, but the other part of me was kind of looking like, so is I can disrespect Melody, but nobody else can? That Right message, wrong messenger. Right message, wrong messenger. Martell then said something about, I hate the fact that people use you, but then don't want to give you credit from utilizing you as their resource. I said again, Martell, right message, wrong messenger. Okay, because you using both these men right here, and everybody else behind you, you using them too, and don't want to give them credit for that. Oh, and Mel as well. Like, you've done this as well. So I don't know what you're talking about, Martell. You and Marsau are two sides of the same coin, okay? Two sides of the same coin, y'all. This is where the show ends up. But baby, next week, Kiki is with now, I don't know if she making up stuff for the show. I don't know if it's true or not. But baby, I will be here to watch every piece of the mess. I love this show, y'all. I love this show. Get down in the comments. Let me know what y'all think. Oh, yes. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.